Hey weirdos, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a 1-year hormone replacement therapy update. Oh my god, that was like a lot to say. And I just want to say a quick thing before we really jump into it, that when I first began this journey and I first got on hormones, I did not think I could get this far. The thought of being a year out was literally insane to me. I remember being like, it was just wild. And I really feel like when I began, it was just yesterday. Like, this has gone by so fast and it has been such an amazing journey. I mean, even just like looking at the difference between like how I looked 2 months in and how I looked 6 months in. And I feel like when you just see that, there's such a difference. You know, 2 months I looked a little wrecked and it was such a new feeling to me, and being a girl was such a new feeling to me, I guess you could say, in a way. I don't know. And there was so much I had to learn, so much I had to experience. And then even just 6 months ago, I had a whole different face, and I had just moved out to LA and I was in kind of a dark place, and just, it's looking at those two different people, they literally feel like two different people, and I am so beyond blessed to be where I am today. And I'm so thankful for hormones and everything, just because it really has saved my life. And it really has made me to be the person who I am. I think a lot of people think that it is just medicine or whatever, but genuinely it changes so much about you in such a good way though. It has been so amazing, and yes, there have been ups and downs, but I wouldn't change that for the world. And yeah, I guess let's get right into the video. So in terms of dosages, I am taking 150 milligrams a day of my spironolactone, which is the testosterone blockers, and that has pretty much stayed very consistent, I feel like, throughout my transition. At one point I had added an extra 50 milligrams just because I felt like I felt like my body had almost like adapted to it a little bit, and I needed to bring it up a little bit, and that has been absolutely amazing. I will say, I'll talk about side effects in terms of that medication, is I have to pee a lot, which is so normal for the medication. It is definitely a side effect, and I definitely do experience that. I feel like it has, like, I don't know if it like shrunk my bladder or like what, but it also dehydrates you a lot. So I don't know if it just means I'm drinking more water because I get thirsty faster. I don't know, but I definitely do pee a lot more. And then I'm taking 4 milligrams of my estradiol. I feel like I've been doing these videos for literally a year and I still don't know how to pronounce it. But that is my estrogen, and I take that twice a day, two 2 milligram pills twice a day, which equals 4 milligrams, duh. And that, I guess, we'll get into what that has done for me. And then I actually, when I moved out here, had to change my doctor, obviously. And when I went to that appointment, they had offered me something called progesterone. And what that does is what gives you more of that very like curvier figure, in terms of like, you get more fat in your hips and your butt, and your fat distribution is a little bit more different, and it allows fat to get to you better. But I said I didn't want to get on that because one of the side effects, I guess you could say, is gaining weight. And we all know I have struggled with my body image and like weight and stuff like that, and I really just didn't want to add that on to my already issues, I guess you could say, which I do want to talk about in a whole separate video. And so what I feel like most people want to know about when they are researching hormones and stuff like that is breast growth. Now, I have been very, very lucky when it came to breast growth. My boobs grew quite a bit. I'm probably at a large B, small C cup, which for being transgender and coming from nothing is a lot. And I have even noticed just in the past couple months, they like blew up a little bit. I was literally on FaceTime with my mom, just like in a Calvin Klein sports bra, which like, you think sports bra, you're not gonna, it wasn't a push-up. And she was like, oh my God, Alyssa, like, your boobs are getting really big. And I was like, I know. I was like, they feel like bigger, which is so amazing to like feel your breasts getting bigger, I guess. Such a weird whatever. But it is super amazing, and I guess I can talk about this now, but I am in the process of scheduling my breast augmentation, which has been its own separate struggle and journey. But going off of hormones, you do have to be on hormones for a full year before you can get the surgeries, just so that it really allows your body to develop, because being on hormones, you will grow some breast tissue. So they recommend you wait a year, which it has now been a year, and that whole situation will be coming shortly. I'm super excited to get the surgery. It's going to be absolutely life-changing and amazing, and I will be sure to document that whole process on my channel. And then another thing I guess we can talk about is emotions. And I feel like my emotions have steadied when I'm consistent. And I'm gonna talk about this because I think this is something that I don't really think a lot of people talk about. Maybe because most people don't forget to take their pills and are actually responsible and not lazy bitches. Yeah, sounds about right. But I'm a very busy person. I go to sleep late. I have a lot of stuff always on my mind. So there are days that I forget to take my pills. Bitch, you're not busy. You're just fucking lazy. That is a very bad idea, bad thing. Do not do that. And I'm trying to be a lot better because it will fuck with your emotions. I recently went through a whole mishap of I was really just being bad about it. I just was not being good. I would take it and then I would forget for a couple days, take it, forget again, and it was just really messing with my emotions. It put me into a really dark place, and it just really messes with you. And not only that, like, you do start to see physical changes. When I don't take my hormones as much, I can see in my upper lip area it starts to get darker, and that to me is like the most frustrating and dysphoric thing in the world to see for me. And that's with my laser hair removal. It's just, I don't recommend skipping any days, even if it's like by accident. I really like just stay on top of it. It's so not worth it to forget or be like, oh, I'm too tired, like I don't want to get up. No, take it. And then another thing I've kind of noticed, and I really don't know if I'm just like crazy, but like I'm pretty sure that this isn't in my head, but I do get like a sort of physical / emotional period, you could kind of say. Obviously I don't experience like the normal bleeding, but there is like sometimes when I'm like, it'll be like that time of the month and my breasts will like get big and they'll like be a little more painful and sensitive, and I'll be like craving stuff. I'll be really moody and just like emotional. And I think that is part of, you know, being on hormones and stuff like that. So that's kind of a cool experience, I will say. It's not like a fantastic, I don't love it, but it's definitely a weird, but like, I'm not mad at it type of situation. But yeah, guys, that's kind of it. There's really hasn't been, that wasn't English. There really hasn't been a lot of changes, I guess, besides the breast growth, and that's like the main one. In terms of like fat distribution, I definitely have a lot more like curviness from when I started. I definitely, when I first got on hormones, was very just like straight, and now you can really see when I'm like not wearing clothes, and even when I am wearing clothes, that I have a little bit of a line like that, which is so amazing. It's absolutely just the best thing ever. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do have any other questions about being on hormones and stuff like that, leave them in the comment box down below and I'll go through and answer them. And I hope you guys loved today's video. If you would please click that subscribe button right down below, as well as click that little bell button so that you can be notified when I post new videos. And if you guys would like to follow me on the rest of my social medias, my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are all Alyssa Loren, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, weirdos.